In Facebook groups that I am in, they say that this is not a professional grade as it claims to be. Colors are very vibrant. Small amount, it will go a long, long way. In this video, I will give you a product review update of my Mungyo professional watercolor pen set, and this is 48 colors. This is a metal tin box. I bought this in 2020. I think that was May 2020 from an online store here in the Philippines, but this brand and the seller is from Korea. This is not the original arrangement of my palette. I move it around, and what I like about this is that it's easy to remove the pens and snap it back. I can take off one of the colors that, or some of the colors that I will be using. For example, I will be using this light red, like say this purple. I will take it off, and then I can put it on my table or on my mixing palette. That's what I'm going to use. And for the rest, I'm going to remove it out of my table. What I do not like about this first 48 set, it's big. When I was starting, I do not have a dedicated table for painting. I just have a small table for work, and I remove my laptop whenever I paint.
It consumes a lot of space.
But the good thing about this is that it has mixing wells already. You can mix the colors here and here. Also here, you can take this one out also. If I'm going to use a lot of colors, like more than 8 colors, I will just put it on my table like that. I will keep this, and then I get my mixing plate. If you have a big table that you could use for painting, that's really good. This is good also for travel because you can just snap colors here, and then it's good to go. What I like about this also, it doesn't have only the basic colors that you will need to get to know, and there are also metallic paints as well. It will rust over time. There are some rust here and here as well. Aside from that, it's difficult to mix colors using plastic and matte and tin. If, for example, you ran out of the colors and then you're going to mix same again, it's hard to get the same mix that you previously had. Watercolor Facebook groups, they say that this is not professional as it claims to be, but the vibrancy of the colors, you can see it's very vibrant. Small amount, it will go a long, long way.
Issues. If you look closer to this color, it looks cracking and chalky. It looks the same with other colors here.
The metallic colors here are granulating. Like this one is copper. I like this copper before, but I do not like it now because it happens that when I add it, it looks like powder now. I don't know why. I will add more water into this. I know this is copper, so it's very hard to activate now. But before, when I used this had a very good and rich color, very creamy, but now it's powdery, so I do not use this anymore. This is the actual box of my set, so I just folded it. Alright, see how big it is. It's heavy too. Okay, so it says here professional watercolor, passion for masterpieces. Alright, and there is a picture of the sets here that is not used yet. So at the back, you would see the actual size, a picture of it. There you go. It's actually fit because it is the actual size here. And you would also see here the numbers and the colors. You won't know what color it is, but this number will indicate what color it is. Of course, if you're painting, you would like to know what color you're actually using, especially if you are beginner. You are not used to the colors, all right? So here it is. You would see on each set that there is a number here at the side. So what I did, I put a sticker. I wrote a name of the color. This is raw umber, all right? 845. We see here 845 raw umber. There you go. So when I'm painting, I always keep this beside me. But of course, there are times that I go out and I leave it at home. So what I do is that I just put a sticker and wrote the name of the color. And this helped me a lot. Okay, so we can see here the color. So the metallic pink that I do not like now because it is powdery, it is copper, gold, silver, pearl, white. Okay, so these are the colors you would see here. Right, this one, permanent light blue, or in other colors, other brands, you would see it as turquoise. You would see it's semi-transparent and semi-opaque. It uses PB153 and PG7. So there it is. You would see the color information here. Like this is semi-opaque and semi-transparent. And you would also see how light fast it is, or if that would be staining, you would also see here. It's also good to look into the Mungyo's website, and you can actually download the color chart and the color information there. But of course, it will be helpful for you if you are painting, knowing what color you are using. And look what happened. If you could see, I don't know if you could see it, but it has a hole at the middle there. I can put my brush inside. There you go. So you can see I put my brush inside. There is a hole here, and I can see from anywhere on the sides that it's not full. It is empty. So it means that they did not load this fully. It's just like up to here only. So it was so sad because, of course, art materials are not really cheap, right? Okay.
Comparing to other artists' weight pens.
As to compare to my other palette, these are Winsor Newton. This is Daniel Smith. This is Shinhan PWC and Shinhan Pro. They look very creamy. You won't see any chalk or any crack on them. Poster here, and here's my other set. These are Daniel Smith, and this is White Knights. They're all creamy texture. It doesn't have that chalky thing or crack as to the Mungyo.
Swatching and other comments. At first, all colors were very creamy in texture. The vibrancy didn't change, but the colors texture changed over time and became chalky. I think that's the reason that other watercolor experts say it's not professional grade as it claims to be, like what it says on the packaging that says professional. It has also 10 shades of green, and as for beginner in watercolors, that can be very overwhelming. It's better if the makers change the other green colors with other useful colors like sepia, Payne's gray, and other primary colors.